What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley, and it is time for News in Motion. Today is Thursday, folks. Today is Thursday, June the 9th, 2022, and it is time for the headlines. And we have a lot of news and a lot of content we want to share with you today. So do us a favor and come on up in the room, hang out with us. Also, when you enter in, just put in the chat, hey, it's me. Give me a shout out, and we'll do so. Today, I'm going to do something a little different as well. If you come in here and you have a business, a book, some consulting, coaching, or whatever, go ahead and put that in there as well. We want to know who you are so we can share it with other people. So come on in the room, everybody. When you get in here, go ahead and share the video. Let people know. Come hang out with us. What's up, Lori Wallace? Been missing you, sister. I see you, Marion Jackson and Deborah Johnson. I just got an email from you, Deborah. I'll check that out after this morning segment. I see you, Dr. Antoinette. Diane Ladybug, what's up? Y'all know Diane Ladybug's doing some amazing things. And y'all, this is a time of the year where there's still graduations, or you're still looking for that graduation gift, or there are weddings or baby showers, birthdays, anniversaries, whatnot. If you have not gotten a copy of her book, The Morning Message, you want to get it and you want to gift it. So make sure you have a copy for yourself and make sure you get more copies to gift to somebody else. I see you, Rosanna Bivens and Deborah Sneed and Tracy Burrs. Good morning. I see you, Kenny Stanley. Y'all, let's talk about Kenny Stanley for a moment. I meant to do this yesterday and totally forgot because there was so much news coming my way. The morning message, Diane. What's up, Mary? Almost coming from LinkedIn. Lori said, I had a sick baby. Oh, well, we're going to be praying that he is completely healed. Adrian, I see you. Diane Ladybug is saying she needs volunteers for Lori Wallace event. And y'all, that is happening in Central Ohio. So if you are in Central Ohio and you can do a mentorship type of volunteering with high schoolers or whatnot, please get in touch with either Diane Ladybug or Lori Wallace. I didn't forget about you, Kenny. I'm coming back. Going back to Lori Wallace for a moment, they're also looking for sponsors. Y'all know y'all can sponsor. Just bless her. Bless the work that she's doing. Lori, put your Cash App or your link of whatever you're doing for donations. Do that. News in Motion is going to sponsor in a way of continuously broadcasting. So we're giving her free space on News in Motion so we can continue to get the word out. But y'all, you want to check out what she's doing. You are welcome, Diane Ladybug. All right, back to Kenny Stanley, because I don't want to forget this before we get into the news. And again, I meant to share this yesterday and totally forgot. So please forgive me, Kenny. Y'all, Kenny has been back in school. Kenny is a barber. He at one point he owned his own barbershop. He's looking at doing that again. He has a love for podcasting when it comes to the sports. So we've given him space here to be able to do that, and he's growing that right now. But there's one more thing that has always been on his heart, and now is the time. God is telling him right now is the time to bring that forward. We are so excited to share with all of you, our viewers, that Kenny Stanley will give his initial sermon on Father's Day at the Mount Olivet Baptist Church at 429 East Main Street in Columbus, Ohio. His pastor there is Pastor Gibson. I keep on saying Gino, but I'm not. He's like, no, his name is Dr. Gibson. So we just want to congratulate Kenny Stanley. We want to pray for Kenny Stanley, and we want to ask God to send him a special anointing as he is preparing that initial sermon that he will deliver on Father's Day morning. So y'all, congratulations to Kenny Stanley. Congratulations to him. All right, y'all, today is Thursday, June the 9th, 2022, and it's time for today's headlines. So y'all know what we do. Let's get started. Yes, everyone's saying congratulations. And look, I'm going to be that bold because look, preachers need money. Hello, somebody. If y'all want to bless him, Kenny Stanley, please put your Cash App in the thread. And if y'all want to bless him, and y'all don't have to wait till after his initial sermon, y'all can bless him now. Kenny Stanley is not like the graduates. He's going to go ahead and send you a heart on the Cash App to let y'all know that he received the money. Then he's going to send you a thank you if you want one. Yeah, I'm being real petty this morning. I'm being real petty this morning. I see you, Kim Edmondson. What's up, girl? I see my sister Patricia Lyles on here as well. All right, y'all, whether you are watching the replay or watching this live, I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to spend some time with you today. What's up, Latrice Jones? All right, here are the headlines. And it's another heavy news day. I'm not going to rehash everything that took place on yesterday because I'm sure you have seen it and you're probably overwhelmed by it. But I do want to highlight just a little bit of what C-SPAN was reporting with, from the former Buffalo Fire Commissioner Garnell Whitfield. Was he not amazing yesterday? Whose mother, Ruth Whitfield, was killed in the Buffalo mass shooting. He said, you should yield your positions of authority and influence to others that are willing to lead on this issue. The urgency of the moment demands no less. My mother's life mattered. ABC News is reporting, as y'all know, he is the son of Ruth Whitfield from the top supermarket mass murderers. There were 10 people who died from that. He goes on to say in a quote, you expect us to continue to forgive and forget over and over again. And what are you doing? Y'all, he wasn't playing. He was not mincing words. He said, you're elected to protect us, to protect our way of life. Now, he also says there was the Judiciary Committee released his testimony on the hearing yesterday. And they identified 4 quotes that I want to give. He says, our lives are changed forever, forever damaged by an act of profound hate and evil. Nothing will ever take away the hurt, the pain, or the hole in our hearts. Another quote, but we are more than hurt. We are angry. This should have never happened. We trust in God, but this wasn't an act of God. This was an act of a person, and he did not act alone. He was radicalized by the white supremacists. His anger and hatred were mesmerized like a cancer by people with big microphones screaming that Black people were going to take away their jobs and opportunities. Another quote, I would ask every senator to imagine the faces of your mothers as you look at the face of my mother, Ruth Whitfield, and ask yourself, is there nothing we can do? Is there nothing that you can personally are willing to do to stop the cancer, white supremacy, and the domestic terrorism it inspires? If there is nothing, then respectfully, senators, you should yield your positions of authority and influence to others that are willing to lead on this issue. Then his final quote that I pulled out is Mrs. Ruth Whitfield's life mattered. Your actions here will tell us I'm sorry, I'll read that again. Mrs. Ruth Whitfield's life mattered. Your actions here will tell us if and how much it mattered to you. Y'all can, we'll put the link in later to give you the full write-up of his quotes, of his entire testimony, actually. Good morning, Karen. But I really did appreciate how he came forth and gave his testimony. Now, I want you all to know that last month, the Senate Republicans used a filibuster. Y'all know about the filibusters, right? To block a bill designed to combat domestic terrorism from advancing to a key vote. Rep. Adam Kinzinger, Democrat, Republican was the only Republican in either chamber of Congress to vote for the measure, which would have created new offices within the Justice Department, Department of Homeland Security, and FBI to monitor, analyze, and investigate and prosecute domestic terrorism. So y'all, there it is. Now, also, I think it's important to share this. And it took me some time. I even got up like 3 o'clock this morning, still digging for this. And I was able to find this information. On June the 7th, GOP leadership sent out a notice telling all House Republicans to vote against common sense gun safety bills that evening, which would have been June the 7th, because the NRA opposes them. They told them all to refer to the Protect Our Kids Act as the unconstitutional Gun Restriction Act. Now, don't take my word for it. Y'all look this up for yourselves. So I want y'all to write this down. And Marion, I think you're on here. If you could put this in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. I want y'all to look up Protect Our Kids Act. And then I also want you to look up Unconstitutional Gun Restrictions Act. I'll give them again. Protect Our Kids Act and the Unconstitutional Gun Restrictions Act. Now, I share all that. Yes, Kim Edmondson, those faces are I agree with those, the angry emojis. Y'all, I read this and I've been digging into this because I'm trying to understand what is really behind this. So I even found, and I don't have them to be able to put them up on the screen. We'll get them into the thread after the broadcast. But y'all know I go digging for things. So here was the announcement that they sent out. They said, good afternoon. Tonight, the WHIP team, y'all know about the WHIP. I've talked about the WHIP on here. The WHIP team will be talking to your boss, talking about the speaker. That would, not the speaker, the minority leader. And in the House, y'all know that's Kevin McCarthy. During the first and only vote series, approximately 6:30 p.m. that happened on June the 7th, regarding the two gun packages on the floor this week. HR 7910, Unconstitutional Gun Restriction Act, and HR 2377, that's the Federal Extreme Risk Protection Order Act. That's another one y'all might want to look up. And I'll read that again, the Federal Extreme Risk Protection Order Act. See, y'all, we don't get into the weeds with these things as constituents. Usually, we just listen to the news, listen to what's happening, hearing the sound bites, the spins. We watch some of the devastating things that happen, but we don't get into the weeds of HR 7918 and HR 233. We have no idea what's in there. We have no idea what's inside the packages, which is the pork or the meat or any of that. But that's what News in Motion is here for, because we're digging into these things so we can bring you this information. None of y'all knew that, did y'all? I had gotten wind from some of, because when you're in a press room, you can hear the chatter of other things. And what I do with my pen and paper, I sit down, I write things down. If it's something I'm like, let me figure out I don't know what this is, or let me look into this. And that's what happened. So I grabbed this information, and I gotta be honest with you all, I become livid that some journalists and reporters do not take the time to look these things up to see what it is. Because inside of these things, when they go to negotiating, they're negotiating all kinds of crap. And it's like, what is happening right now? And y'all, these are things we need to know when we vote the midterm, which I believe is the most important midterm of our elections on November the 8th. So it says leadership recommends a no vote on final passage of both bills. They're telling them how to vote. Well, didn't we hire you individually to have your own sound mind to vote accordingly based upon the things you told us that your platform carried as you were out here running for office and we were sending you money? No, you need to focus on that, not on someone else dictating to you based upon what's happening. All right, let me keep going. So the group opposed HR 7910, which is the Gun Owners of America Key Vote No, the Heritage Action for America Key Vote No, and the NRA-ILA Key Vote No. They're telling them how to vote. I don't want y'all to miss this. I'm going to be very careful as I say this. Anytime that you see the word heritage, that should send you a pause or caution. Y'all go look that up on your own, especially in the Christian community. When you see that word, you got to say, what's that code word for? Just Google. Google is your friend. Then we have HR 2377, Gun Owners of America Key Vote No, NRA-ILA Key Vote No, and then they have it reversed, Heritage Action for America. All right, Isaiah's going to put up Uh, Image number one. I want y'all to see this. I bring y'all receipts. Hello, deets, as Kim says. Y'all see Mitt Romney, Utah. NRA spending, which means they have a negotiation between the two, which helping him with campaign finances or whatever. 13,647,676. All right. Now the gun deaths in his state per year are about 400. Then you have Richard Burr, 6,987,380. 1,470 gun deaths in state per year on an average. Then you have Roy Blunt, Missouri, 4,555,722. Y'all, 1,288 gun deaths in the state. You can see down, I'm going to jump down to Marco Rubio, 3,303,355, 2,449 guns. Y'all, Val Demings is running against him. Check her out. You have Joni Ernst. You have Rob Portman right here in Ohio, y'all, 3 million. You have Tom Cotton, 1,971,214. You have Josh Hawley, 1,391,000. Look at this. Go to the next one, Isaiah, y'all, because we're not done. Mitch McConnell, 1,283,515. You have Richard Shelby. You have Chuck Grassley, 226,000. Ted Cruz, 176,000. You have Steve. You have Johnny. Go to the next one. We ain't done, y'all. Go to the next one, Isaiah. You see here's more names. Lindsey Graham, 66,420. Now, y'all can find this out for yourselves. Thank you, Isaiah. Y'all can find this out for yourselves by going to, and hopefully y'all can grab this. And I'm sorry I did not put it in the banners. Dr. Antoinette, yes, bought and paid for. Yeah, y'all. See, and before I give y'all this link so y'all can get ready for it, this is the type of information you need when you go to vote. Many people have no idea who the NRA is. Many people did not know until I shared it here about NATO. Y'all, all of these things matter. We cannot just look at a candidate. And I'm talking even local, because local connects to state, state connects to federal. You got to look at it as a whole. I thought the NRA went bankrupt a few years ago. Well, you see the kind of money they're giving, and this is a fresh amount of money that's going out. So here's the link where you can see this for yourselves. Go to www.elections.bradyunited.org. I'll give that again. Jeffrey Allen James said blood money. www.elections.bradyunited.org. I'll give it to you one more time. www.elections.bradyunited.org. And Isaiah, if you put the first graph picture back up again just for a moment. If y'all would look at, thank you, Isaiah. Isaiah is the bomb, isn't he? Y'all, if y'all would look at that, you can leave that link up too, Isaiah. If y'all would look at that, if you would just look at the first 5 people, y'all, how much money? Didn't I say that there are 45 million households, people who are food insecure? This first page could solve some of that. What y'all think? What do y'all think about that? 13,647,676, y'all. 6,987,380. 4,555,000. 4,429,000. 3,303,000. Y'all look at that. And we have people suffering, but that kind of money is going in to control the dynamics within the chambers. Thanks, Isaiah. These are the things we have to look at. So even those numbers, I want y'all to consider, and again, I'm not going to rehash it. It's been out there. It's been playing. I know it's been overwhelming. You have 11-year-old Maya who survived the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, recounted her experience yesterday. She talked about how the teacher got a call, went to lock the door. The teacher made eye contact with the shooter. Then he went through the window, whatever, unlocked, started shooting, shot students, shot the teacher, and how she went behind the desk, went behind the backpacks after the teacher told them to go hide. Y'all heard her story. This is the young lady who took blood and put it on herself because she did not want to die. Yeah. Told the teacher that the shooter told the teacher good night and shot her in the head. The teacher. The 11-year-old says, when I went to the backpacks, he shot my friend that was next to me. And I thought he was going to come back to the room. So I grabbed a little blood and put it all over me, she said. I got my teacher's, I got to get through this. I got my teacher's phone and called 911. I told her that we need help and to send the police in our classroom. That's what happened. And here's an 11-year-old brave enough in a recorded video to tell the story to a Mitt Romney who's receiving $13 million. $13 million. Y'all saw the list. Money more important than lives? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. And many people aren't talking about it. I don't have her name. I went looking for it yesterday, and I don't know if it's hidden or what. Maybe somebody has her name. But let's talk about the mother who drove 40 miles, was handcuffed. She encouraged somebody to take the handcuffs off of her once she got out there because she was going to get her babies. Drove 40 miles, went into the school, got her 2 children, got back out. And the police, she wasn't trained. The police still waiting, trying to decide if they're going in. This mother's like, I'm going to get my babies. There's something about the women when we get fired up, not discounting men at all. But she was like, I'm getting my children. And she needs to be recognized. And that needs to be a good comparison to what she did and what the police officers did not do. Yeah. So again, a lot that I wanted to share with you all. And you wonder why I keep pushing voting. I'm pushing it because, y'all, we need to understand the dynamics, the connection points, and what we're doing. What's the home base? What are we doing? How are we getting there? How can we make a difference? How? I received an email on yesterday that I have no problem sharing. I won't share the name because I'm not that kind of a mean person. A person sent me an email and said, I'm really tired of you talking about voting. Okay, you can just turn it off. I'm really tired of you talking about voting. I come in to get the news. I decided not to watch the news because you do bring it. Although you bring it, you tie everything back to voting. No one really cares about that. Can you just give me the news and move on? That was the email. So I wrote back, and this is my response. I said, thank you so much for your email. I said, well, if you follow my background, you will understand that I'm all about community building, civic engagement, and organizing. I believe in voters' education. That is my job. That is my role. That's what I've been called to do in this season. There are multiple news sources that you can obtain your news from. I would suggest you pick one of the following. Soledad O'Brien is one, CNN, BBC, CBS. I said, and there are multiple others. I said, if you go to the digital network on Facebook Watch, you can see a list of those that may be suited to your preference. Thank you so much for tuning in as long as you have. I wish you well in your endeavors. And I do hope that you are a registered voter. And I do hope that you accept my suggestions by checking your vote status on a regular basis. If there's anything I can do for you in the future, please do not hesitate to contact me as you did today. Blessings to you. Yeah, y'all, I can put it right back. Yes, Karen. Bye, Felicia. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, y'all. And it's like, what is it about us as a community that we don't want to help each other? I don't understand it. Even if you have the information, Why not come along and say, okay, I know the ropes, I have the information. How can I come alongside what you all are doing so we can do this collectively and together and make a greater difference? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Latrice Jones said, child, these people that be writing into Gail, it's amazing. I think they just think I'm just this nice person, and I am, but I can get you too. All right, y'all. USA Today reports that a California man charged with attempted murder after being found armed near Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's house. Suspect said he was upset over looming abortion decisions. All right, ABC, CBS, and CNN all reporting that roughly 90 women are collectively filing lawsuits against the FBI for $1 billion, that's with a B, over its handling of the allegations against convicted sex criminal Larry Nassar. The group claims the FBI failed to act after the organization informed the FBI of the sexual assault allegations in Indianapolis in July 2015 and again in Los Angeles on May 2016. The report alleges Nassar victimized nearly 7 women and girls. Now, y'all, the attorneys here, again, they're going after $1 billion in claim. And this news comes 2 weeks after the FBI announced the agent who allegedly mishandled the case would not be charged. Again, y'all, the Justice Department, though that AG is appointed by the administration of the President of the United States of America, we need to understand how all these things fit together. And again, y'all, that's why we vote. Voting is just not a popularity contest. Voting is based upon what's going to best serve. Y'all, look at the world today. Begin to ask yourself the question, do I want to continue to live in this fashion? Now, Kenny's not here today. This is Thursday, but I'm just going to tell y'all, Boston Celtics takes 2-1 lead over the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. Game 4 is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern in Boston on ABC. Y'all know that's really Kenny's thing, but I just thought I'd tell y'all since all of y'all all up in that. Y'all, AP News is reporting that more than 440 people have died from malnutrition this year through April amid Somalia's worst drought in 4 decades. And this report, again, is coming out of AP News. Aid organizations suggest true death toll is in the thousands. So y'all be in prayer for the world. A lot is happening, not just here in America, but all over the world. Y'all, is this the time to buy? Hello, Kim Edmondson. CNBC News reports last week, U.S. mortgage applications volume fell 21% over the same week last year in a 22-year low. So y'all, there's some shifting that's happening. All right, y'all, tonight is the night. Yes, it is. Tonight is the night. I got my popcorn. I went to the store, got me the caramel and cheese popcorn mix. I got my bottle of wine. After I have me a good meal, I'm going to do some crab cakes tonight. And then I'm going to be front and center with my pen, paper, my computer, and I'm going to be zoomed in. I'm going to PBS. I'm looking at the different places. PBS, I think, is going to be great with the commentary, or C-SPAN. I'm not dealing with MSNBC, CBS, CNN, and by the way, Fox News. Like we ain't gonna carry it. Do what you do. But listen, this is how you are to watch. If you're looking at watching, let me open this up so I can give you some pointers here. All right, y'all. So what's happening is happening tonight at 8 p.m. And this is going to be day 1 of the January 6th hearings. And then again, it'll be prime time on live on Monday, June the 13th. All right, now, this is what you're looking for. What are the basics about the committee? Well, you got the chairman, Bernie Thompson of Mississippi. I think he's just going to be rocking it. And I think Liz Cheney's going to have her front and center stage to be able to come back, and people are going to be able to pay attention to her. All right, you have 6 other Democrats and you have 2 Republicans. You have Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger. Okay, who will testify? The committee, which has been keeping details and scope of the hearing really close to the vest lately, have only released just a short list. You have Caroline Edwards. Caroline is a U.S. Capitol Police officer injured during the January 6th attack. She suffered a brain injury during the insurrection. You have Nick Kustad, a documentary filmmaker who, along with his crew, captured the first violent moments of the insurrectionists against U.S. Capitol Police officers. Now, where is this coming from? Y'all need to know this. Check this out. This is available for you to look at, people. The committee was created by the House itself and House Republicans, or they call it House Resolution 503, which passed 222 to 190 last June. So y'all can go back and look at that and see how all that happened. Why are there so few Republicans? Well, y'all know where that is. They just don't want to be a part of it. So you have that. And these committee hearings, what are they trying to do? They're trying to get all the factual information out. What will this look like? It will not be your typical hearing. So you really do need to pay attention. So, listen, I'm not trying to be gross or anything. Use the bathroom before 8 p.m. Eastern time, because it's going to keep going. They will only break if there's a need for that witness to take a break. So it's going to just go, 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 go. So do what you do. Have somebody else taking notes for you. That's cool. What does the committee want to achieve? Two things. First, to convey the gravity of the January 6th attack. The committee in particular will raise questions about the level of involvement by some Republican lawmakers, including the former guy, including people allowing people to come in to the chambers to walk around and leave that door open. Y'all remember that video that's going around. The second goal of these hearings is to lay the possible groundwork for criminal cases. All criminal decisions will be up to the Department of Justice. Again, that's so important because that DOJ, Justice of Department, and the AG comes directly from the presidential administration. There's that. All right, so there's just a little bit, and I'm going to give you some more. Hold on. I just got to open up the next file. The next file that I have really digs deeper, and I see the time, so I'm going to do this really quick. Now, y'all, there are multiple subject areas. The committee divided the investigation into different subject teams that are expected to provide structure to the hearing. One team has looked into the government's response, including the slow deployment of the National Guard and the struggles of the Capitol Police. Y'all, that is going to be key. We've heard different things. You're going to hear it from those who are going to be testifying, those who are witnesses. You don't want to miss this. The timing is going to be important. So if they say, and this is just a hypothetical only, if they say, well, the call came in at 1:07, and we called again at 2:09, and we called again at 2:33, and they didn't respond until 4:01, you can see how much time has lapsed in between. And the questions would then be why. Y'all write down thoughts, questions that you have to your own representatives and show up at those town hall meetings, which will be taking place pretty soon, so you can ask the necessary questions. This will help you. Remember, y'all, all 435 seats are open on November the 8th. 35 seats in the Senate are open on November the 8th. Y'all ask these tough questions so you know how to vote respectively. Please, I'm begging y'all to please do that. Now, the GOP has already given a response because they ain't planning on watching or showing up because Fox News isn't going to. Republicans are pushing back on the hearings before they even begin, calling the committee partisan and arguing that Democrats are focused on the wrong priorities. Get over yourselves. This happened. Y'all did it. Y'all's names are about to float in these hearings, and you're a little scared. They are scrambling to change the headlines, praying that the nation will focus on the partisan witch hunt. That's their wording, the witch hunt. The witch hunt just happened. Also, the former guy is going to give a press conference right before the hearings. I'm not watching that. I don't want to hear your lies. I just want to see you in an orange jumpsuit today. That's what I want. Now, it's not all criminal. So be mindful of that. It's not all criminal. So when you're looking, you have to have critical thinking. You have to look through a critical lens and answer and think and dig and ask the questions and research response. Y'all, this is an opportunity. This is key in the United States of America and what's happening for us today. I'm missing everything that's happening in the thread. Let's see. Mike Nicholson says, got to keep your house, especially if you live in New Albany. That's Silicon Valley. Listen, New Albany and Columbus, Ohio, even the rent is jumping up $500. Why? Because Intel is coming in. So even with things like that, y'all, we got to look at legislation for that as well. Yeah. All right, y'all. I see everything's going on there. Let me go to the inspirational message, and then we're out of here until Monday. Y'all, inspirational message, full armor. Full armor. As I reported yesterday, and they came out with more reports today, they're really looking at heightened security. Homeland Security is hearing a lot of chatter. This is not to scare you all, this is to give you the news. Homeland Security is hearing, and they're aware of a lot of chatter talking about the white supremacists and extremists and terrorism, domestic terrorism in the United States of America leading up to the midterm elections. And they said a lot of this will hinge on these hearings as they unfold, and they want people to be aware of your surroundings. As I share with you from my brother-in-law, who's Secret Service, been on SWAT, been on different police force. He always says, when you drive up to a place, don't immediately get out the car. Just sit and wait and watch and look around. Just before, he said, take 60 seconds. He said, take 2 minutes, take 3 minutes just to look around. He said, don't park at the closest at the door. He said, park off to the side of the door where you have a diagonal look at the door. He said, back into a parking space. Don't drive inside of a parking space. He said, when you get out, take your time, look around, see who's going in and out of a store. He said, this isn't to scare you. He said, when you go in a store, look and see where the exits are. He said, this is just where we are today. He goes, there's no way around it. So I'm remembering those words that he spoke to me when we were together during our vacation a couple of weeks ago. And I'm just wanting to share that with you. As we're getting these alerts, we're going to do our due diligence here on News in Motion and make sure you get this information so that you at least can be armed with the resources to do what you need to do. Y'all, the word says, and y'all know I'm a believer. Y'all just hang on, even if you're not, because I think there's still going to be a message in here for you. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you take your stand against the devil's scheme. For your struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you've done everything to stand firm then, with the belt of truth around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up this shield of faith, which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for the Lord's people. Pray also for me, that whenever I speak, words may be given me, so that I will fearlessly make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am ambassador in chains. Pray that I may declare it fearlessly as I should. I really don't have to give any commentary behind that because it's all right there, but I do want to pull out a couple of things. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood. Y'all, all of this that's happening, it is spiritual. So you coming up with a strategy to do A, B, C, and D, if it's not in alignment with the word of God, you can just forget it. You're wasting your strength. But against the rulers and against the authorities and against the powers of this dark world. That is what we're being faced with right now. We are in a dark place. Y'all, put on the full armor. Get ready. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you should do is pray. And just like when you're getting dressed, you want to just stand firm and say, okay, let me put on the truth. Let me find the truth. Let me listen to the truth. Let me respond based upon the truth. The breastplate of righteousness. Let me live a righteous life, so that when I see something or say something, I'm not also incriminating myself because I've been unrighteous. Hello, somebody. With your feet fitted with the readiness to come from the gospel of peace. Y'all, believe in the peace. Pray for that peace. Live in that peace. Walk in that peace. Move with that peace. In addition to all this, take up this shield of faith. Y'all, we have to have a level of faith. We have to have a measure of faith to know that our God is awesome. He knows our heart. He knows our cry. He knows everything that's going on, and which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, which means that arrows are coming to your way all the time, but you have to be able to extinguish those things. Like, just put the water on it and keep on moving. Like, I'm not even going to take this on. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. Y'all, cover your mind. Cover your mind. So much is happening. We must cover our mind. It's a mindset thing, y'all. We must take the time and pray and cover our mind, which is the word of God, and pray the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. And with this in mind, be alert. Y'all, we have to be alert. And we have to keep on praying for all, not just for yourselves, but for all of God's people. Y'all have heard me say it here on News in Motion many times before. When you are praying for the community, you're praying for yourself also. So as I'm praying for Deborah, Deborah's probably praying for Hester. Hester is praying for Marion. Marion's praying for Patricia. Patricia is praying for Mike. Mike is praying for Sardinia. Sardinia is praying for Isaiah. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, so that we're all covered. So don't just pray for your financial breakthrough. Say, God, may your people experience a miraculous financial breakthrough. Guess what? You're praying for yourself too in there. Y'all, this is what we have to do. We have to stand firm. We have to believe. Yesterday, I told you, I believe God, and I'm staying that way. All right, y'all, time's up. It's over until Monday, but y'all don't forget to tune in tonight. I wish we were coming on tomorrow just to break down what happened here yesterday. I'm not going to do it. At least I don't think I'm going to do it, but I may break in tonight. So, have your alerts on News in Motion. I'm not saying I will, but I could easily get that excited, be like, let me go and talk to the News in Motion family and talk about what's going on. Not saying that I will, just have your alerts set. All right, y'all, we need a big favor from all of y'all. We need a big favor from all of you. We are going into this season of the midterm elections before I get out of here, and we're going to need your help. This is very few times that I ask for anything, but we're going to need your help. And that help is, if you have a venue or someplace, and you know that there are people who are willing within your community to hear about voting education, or they want to organize or strategize, let us know, because our goal is to come and visit and to help you launch whatever movement you need to launch in your area. We are still looking for News in Motion ambassadors. These ambassadors will feed us information. So if you live in Georgia, feed us that information. If you live in Utah, feed us that information. If you live in Los Angeles, feed us that information. That will help us do what we need to do. And I cannot leave it there. We continuously need your help. Y'all know we are a grassroots aggregated media outlet. We need your help. Yes, for those of you who are Patreon members on the Gail Dudley brand, we appreciate you. We thank you. But we also need people from time to time to say, you know what? I have a couple $100. I'm going to send it to News in Motion because of the work they're doing, the investigation work they're doing, and how they're reaching people. I have $50. I have $1,000. I have $25. I have $1 to send in. Y'all can do that through the CashApp, which is the CashApp, the $ MIMToday, $MIMToday. Thank you, Isaiah, for putting that up. And then if those of you are saying, I want to do my due diligence and I want to give us a significant amount of money, contact us on the email and I will send you the information where you can write a check directly to Making a Difference. They are our fiduciary agents where you will be receipted. You can send that email to newsinmotionwithgail@gmail.com. Y'all, I know what we're up against. I see what we're facing, and we're going to need your help. We're going to need your assistance. There are organizations all over, and they are running off of millions of dollars. We're not even running off of $1,000, but we see our potential. We see where we want to go, and we want to get there. So we do need your help. We would love for you to come alongside of you, aside of all of us. All right, y'all, I think that's all I have. Isaiah, do you have anything that I need to share? If not, we will hit this outro and be out. All right, y'all, until Monday, stay well. And remember, everybody, make some bold moves.